Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. I'm Ryan,
I'm Brian.
and today we're going to be talking about our recent trip to Rio de Janeiro,
Brazil.
Brazil. Yeah.
We have selected 10 places and we are going to categorize them from must see if you have time, and stay tuned to the end because we actually have one that we don't recommend. So you don't want to miss out on that. First on our list is the Lapa Step, ranked as a must-do. Created by Chilean artist George Selarón, the steps are covered in over 2,000 brightly colored tiles from more than 60 countries. Located in between the Lapa and the Santa Teresa neighborhood. Expect crowds from early morning onward. The steps connect to a favela at the top, which may not be safe for tourists. Most people take photos at the base.
All right, see, here's the steps. All right, so I really like the steps. It was actually one of my favorite things we probably did while we were there. Super artsy, really pretty, very unique. I would say definitely worth a stop for sure.
Yes. We actually ended up going twice. We noticed that a lot of tour companies go there first thing in the morning, so by 9 a.m. it was already packed. The next day it happened to rain and we took advantage of that, and it was cleaner because everything was like washed, and it was a lot easier to get those kind of glam shots. So if you want those like really cool iconic shots, I'd recommend going around 7 or 8 a.m.
Yeah, as soon as you can. For our second destination, we have the Christ the Redeemer statue, which stands at 98 feet tall. It is arguably one of Brazil's most iconic landmarks and is one of the new 7 wonders of the world. You can access the statue via a scenic train ride, or if you prefer, you can take a car or van up to the very top of the mountain where the statue resides. You can also buy tickets for the train online in advance, which is highly recommended so you can skip those long lines. Well, we made it after a long wait and a long train ride.
Almost dying.
Almost dying from the steps. We made it. Here we go. Let's see if I can.
It's up there.
It's up there. Woo.
It's really big.
It's very like, whoa. And now we get to be here for about 9 minutes before we get to go back down.
Well, we're going to try going all the way to the end to try to get a better shot.
Yes. All right, let's do that.
Let's do that. So obviously the statue is very tall, very impressive. I really liked it. It was a little, not soured, but it was a little
rushed
and tarnished by just the amount of people that were there. So just be prepared for that. But when you're looking at it, it's very impressive.
Yeah, very cool structure. And amazing viewpoints from the statue as well. So you get kind of a good bang for your buck.
Yeah, bird's eye view of the whole city.
Exactly. Okay, we are at Sugarloaf Mountain. We're about to go up the cable car.
Is this open?
To get to the top. As you can see, where's that? It's over there.
Oh.
Up. There it is. There it is.
And we're going that way.
Yeah.
And
we're going way up.
On the second one over there.
All right. See you up there.
All right. Our third spot on the list is Sugarloaf Mountain, ranked as a must. You can access it via 2 cable cars. It offers sweeping views of Rio, and you can actually see Christ the Redeemer from there. And it's also great for sunset photography.
I would say Sugarloaf Mountain was probably one of my favorite things and had some of the best views in Rio.
Yeah.
That alone is a reason to go. And if you can go at sunset, even better.
Yeah. I think it was also a larger space, so even if the crowds were the same, it didn't feel as claustrophobic. It was actually really cool to see Christ the Redeemer on the other side too. It's like a different viewpoint. It's really nice.
Definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Fourth on our list are 2 of Rio's most famous beaches, Copacabana and Ipanema beaches. Copacabana is one of the most famous beaches in the world, featuring a 4-kilometer stretch, and it's just a gorgeous beach to visit. Ipanema is a little bit more trendier than Copacabana and is known for its LGBTQ+ friendly area.
I really liked both of the beaches. They were both very lively. I think the reason why we're clumping it into one is because you can't go wrong with either one that you pick. We liked Ipanema because it had a lot more rainbow flags, so I think we just naturally felt more
safer,
safe, secure, a lot more relaxed there. But it was a really good time.
Yeah.
Now, full disclosure, we didn't get in the water, so we can't say like how warm or cold it is, but the beach atmosphere is great.
And both, I think, are made for a bit more lounging than getting in the water.
Yeah, there weren't a lot of people when we went. Number 5 on our list is Parque Lage. Entry is free and it's a fenced-in park featuring gardens, trails, and a historic mansion with a courtyard and a cafe inside. It offers beautiful trails, ponds, caves, and the occasional wildlife. I think we gotta go this way. It's so cool. I love it.
No big, just in the middle of the rainforest on top of a tower. So this was a really unique park. It was like being in the rainforest in the middle of a city, which was so cool to see. It did actually rain while we were there, so we got pretty soaked, but that kind of added to the ambiance of the park.
I did. And I don't think this was originally on our list. I think we had an extra day. We looked it up, and it was probably one of my highlights of the whole thing. It was crazy to be in the middle of such a bustling city, and then you're in the rainforest with the mansion. There was an abandoned tower. There were waterfalls. There were like jackfruit trees, mango trees. It was so cool. Definitely worth several hours just to take a casual stroll.
Sixth on our list is the Metropolitan Cathedral of St. Sebastian. This one is ranked as If You Have Time. This was designed by Edgar Vanesca and is a canonical-shaped cathedral that was inspired by the Mayan pyramids. It can hold up to 20,000 people and features 4 stunning stained glass panels that soar 210 feet high. The church is free to enter and centrally located in downtown Rio.
It was cool. It was a nice church. I think you can, with 30 minutes you could see it. So maybe if you're already there, I'd recommend just doing a quick stop because it is impressive. It's large and the stained glass was beautiful. But there weren't any alcoves or there wasn't a whole lot to see except for the structure itself and the inside altar. And then that was kind of it.
Yeah, it was kind of like a one-stop shop. You stop, you see it, and you leave. It's very unique. It was cool to see, but I don't think you need a lot of time there.
No. And I wouldn't go out of your way, but it is centrally located, so you'll probably see it. Coming in at number 7 is the Portuguese Reading Room. It's ranked as If You Have Time. Founded in 1837, it's considered one of the most beautiful libraries in the world. It's home to more than 350,000 volumes, most of which are in Portuguese. It is open to the public and entry is free. It's perfect for literature and architecture lovers.
So I really liked this stop. I got to live my Beauty and the Beast fantasy here in this library. It was just so gorgeous to see. Again, you don't need a lot of time there. You can just stop and kind of take a gander, but it is well worth a stop if you're in the area because it is really cool.
It's really pretty. And it is essentially one central room. So you go in and you kind of just do like a 360 and you have your like awe moment, like you said, Beauty and the Beast. So try to squeeze it in if you're in the area because it's really impressive.
Yeah. Coming in at number 8 is the Catete Palace, also known as the Museum of the Republic. We also rank this one as If You Have Time. This is the former presidential palace and site where President Vargas died in 1954. This museum houses exhibits about Brazil's political history and also has preserved rooms from the palace era.
This was a really cool stop. Again, unexpected. I don't think we looked it up beforehand. We were there for an extra day and we kind of researched what to do. And it was very pretty, very European-like. So it was interesting to see the mix of what Rio is now versus all of a sudden being in a very like traditional European-looking building.
Yeah, if you're a museum buff, it's a great stop. If you like taking cool photos, it's a great stop. And you also have the entire grounds that you can walk around and see the gardens and whatnot too. So you get a good bang for your buck, especially if you go on one of the free days, which are Sundays and Wednesdays. So if you're in the area, take a look.
Coming in at number 9 is the Santa Teresa tram, ranked as If You Have Time. One of the oldest streetcars in South America, and it's been operating since the late 19th century. The route runs over the Lapa Arches, and the price of the ticket is a round trip.
I really liked the tram. I thought it was a fun way to see parts of the city that you wouldn't necessarily otherwise see. It includes the full round trip, so you can see quite a bit of the Santa Teresa neighborhood.
Yeah, it was very pretty. Very reminiscent of like San Francisco streetcars. That was really cool.
Very true.
And we noticed that some people were using it to get to Christ the Redeemer, although we can't verify the exact route, but it might be something to look into if you're wanting a more like localized way to get up.
You can also treat it as a hop on, hop off if you want to see more of that neighborhood too,
That's
which
true.
some people were doing as well.
Yeah.
Finally, coming in at number 10, we have the Bank of Brazil Cultural Center. We did rank this one as our only skip on the list, and I'll get to reasons why in just a moment. This is one of the most visited cultural institutions in Brazil and is free to the public and located in the historic city center. It does host a rotating round of exhibits, film screenings, and theater performances.
So this is technically our only skip, but the main reason was because we don't speak Portuguese and everything was in Portuguese, as it should be. So a lot of the context was lost on us. The building itself was very beautiful and the art was very fascinating. We just lost a lot of the why behind the art.
We were also in Rio for quite a lot of time, so we were able to get to this destination, but I do think if you have a limited amount of time, all of the other things on our list would be ranked a little bit higher in terms of intrigue and interest and uniqueness. So I would rank those higher as well.
Yeah, agreed. Thank you for watching to the end. As a bonus, we have some general tips that really helped us during our trip that we want to share with you.
Yeah, tip number 1 is that ride shares are very common and cheap, so you can pretty much use them to get everywhere. So renting a car really isn't that necessary.
We did do a tour, but we're not going to send the link or share it because we found it to be extremely rushed, and we ended up going back the day after just to see it at our own pace. So if you're tight on time, ask your hotel for, so they have like a sheet, I'm sure, that'll get you like the quick highlights. But if you have the time, I do recommend doing it yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And our tip number 3 is to beware of pickpockets. We didn't have any problems ourselves, but we did see that there were many locations that had a lot of people. So just be aware of your surroundings in a place like this and make sure to keep your belongings secured.
Yeah, like you would in any big city. And speaking of any big city, just know that the restaurants near the touristy areas, the food tends to be a little bit more watered down, a little less authentic, more of a global palate. But if you have the time and you can safely get to like the neighborhood surrounding it, the food is very, very good in Rio.
Definitely. 10 out of 10 would recommend the food.
Yeah. And overall, Rio was a 10 out of 10 experience. I have been once as a kid, but seeing it through like the adult lens and seeing it with my partner, like it was such a cool city, like a city in a jungle. So nice.
Yeah. Couldn't recommend it enough for sure.
How many days would you recommend?
We were there for about 7 days, which was probably a little longer than you need, but I would say you want at least 5 to really get the experience of the city and kind of settle in.
Thank you for watching the video to the end. Again, I'm Brian.
And I'm Ryan.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And we'll catch you next time.
Bye. First on our list is Escaladi. No, it's because it's not fucking Spanish. Great spot for sunset photography with fewer crowds. No, I don't fucking like that. Love that. That was great. That was very concise.
Feet tall atop the 2,300-foot high. Oh my God, there's so many adjectives here.
I don't like any of this. Damn, I'm not getting good at this. Especially if you know the language. I'm sure it's going to be quite... Because we were so good.
I hate this.
I hate this too. So thanks again for watching. I'm Ryan, and I'm not.